Alright, today we got something a little different we're going to show you here. We've got this, some of you out there watching will know exactly what this thing is. But for those who don't, this is a Papec hay chopper silo filler. And what this was used for originally, it was driven off of a big flat belt on the back, and it went to the flat belt drive on a tractor. And you would back this up to your upright silo and hook your fill pipe to it. And you'd either bring loose, like higher moisture hay, or they would cut corn out in the field full length. They had a machine called a binder that would make it into bundles, and you'd haul those home and you'd run those through here. And what this machine would do, you set your material on this conveyor chain, and it would take it in, and it's got inside of there is it's got chopper knives and a blower, and it chops it and blows it up the silo. My grandpa bought this just for chopping straw in the barn. He put it on this different frame so it's driven by the power takeoff on the tractor instead of the belt. And what we always use it for is back it up there, and we've got a short pipe to blow it in the hay mow. And we'd lay small square bales slices on here and feed them in there and blow it up there. Because with our ram pump manure system, chopped straw works a lot better. Today we're going to try to do the same thing. The only thing is I have large squares of straw. So we're going to try to take the large squares apart and run the slices through and chop them and blow them up into the barn. I know I'm going to probably get comments saying, hey, you need to upgrade your straw chopper or whatever. Well, that's probably true. But this thing's been used, we've used this for many years, and it works fine. If I had, the extra $10,000, $15,000 to buy a big bale processor, I probably would, but for right now, this gets the job done. So we're going to fire it up here. I haven't used it for, last thing I used it for a couple years ago was actually to chop some small squares of dry hay and mix it with my corn silage in a feed wagon I had. So it's been a couple of years since we've used it, but we got it all pulled out here, so we're going to hook up and see if get it working again. Yeah, this is a little 3-cylinder diesel. Might have to give it a little shot of ether. Usually it starts pretty good, but being it hasn't been ran since last fall, sometimes it takes a little sniff to get it going, but we'll try it out here. I don't like using starting fluid on these if I don't absolutely have to, but sometimes a little whiff is all it needs. This doesn't have any kind of glow plug or anything on it, so. Well, we'll have to give it a little sniff. Go ahead. Kids must have been playing on it. The throttle is wide open. Alright, we'll leave that warm up a little and then we'll get that hooked up and try that out. But I know that one works on there because that's the one we've always used before, so we shouldn't have any problem with that one. I do have to say, this little John Deere, my great grandpa bought this brand new in 1968, I think, and I'll tell you, this is really actually a very good tractor. We cut hay, we do most of the work with this. When they bought it, it was actually pretty much the big tractor, the main tractor. It cuts our hay, hauls chopper boxes, feeder wagons, pretty much whatever we need it to do. And the thing, being that 3-cylinder, it's so easy on fuel. I can't complain about this tractor at all. So we're going to bring it around there now and hook it up and see if we can get that thing going. Well, we'll try it out here now and see what happens. Get everything oiled up. We went through and greased it already. Belt's probably slipping a little on the back just from being wet, but You put your straw on this apron and it just moves in through there, and then there's knives and a blower in that under that big cover, and we got a pipe in the barn that we'll hook to this then, and it'll blow it up there. So couple shots of grease, runs as sweet as a nut. Not bad for a machine that's probably 80 years old, and the price is right. We don't discriminate around here, you know. We got the John Deere tractor, and then we got a Papec silo filler, and I believe this frame was off an old International or McCormick forage chopper, so we incorporate everything around this place.
Picked up a transmission from a place the other day. It's getting shipped back. Must not have had all the fluid drained out of it.
Oh yeah.
Oh man. Belt stays on.
Alright, we're up in the hay barn here. We got those couple big squares chopped. We got on the floor here just one layer of square bales left on the floor, and then a part layer. And this is where we blew that straw into here. Kind of a nice pile. I could get a lot more in there, but these studs here that my grandpa, he put them in. Normally, you know, we chop this in the fall and fill this area up over here with chopped straw. This needs to be sheeted where he's got these. It just hasn't been, because normally there's hay stacked up pretty high. So I didn't want to put too much more up here just because I don't want it spilling over onto the hay before we put more hay up here. But it went pretty well. We put them 2 bales up here. It chopped up really nice. That thing works pretty well. You got to kind of watch. You can't feed it too fast, but it chops it up, breaks it up nice, and it works good to go through our manure system through that ram pump there. Right now I'm just going to be using this for the calves we have in the barn. Just because with that other pump we're using right now, I can't use it for the cows because it won't take this. But once we get that fixed, this will work great, and I'll probably put more up here this fall to going into winter so we have enough for the cows. But that worked out really well, and I think this will work pretty good. Like I said, I'll get this cleaned off the hay, use it for the calves for now, and hopefully this summer we can get. I don't fill. They used to fill this. Well, originally, you know, the barn was made for loose hay. But then they used to, when they went to square bales, they'd fill it right up to the peak there, right up to the track with squares, and doing that. And then this was always the last building to get emptied. It got some sway spots in the floor that need to be fixed. So we usually try to put about, not maybe half full, not quite, about 1,200, 1,500 bales up here. You know, I think that's six layers or so, 6-7 layers. So hopefully we can get a little closer to that this year. But last year with it being so dry, we only wound up with about 600 up here. But it's nice to get what you can in here. But anyway, this is the straw pile, and that'll work nice. I would like to get this sheeted, then you could fill it up fuller, but just hasn't gotten done yet. Like I said, normally this is full of hay, so it can't blow over here. But so that's why it's just a stud wall for now. Alright, we got the straw chop there. Got that all done. Got the old bedding chopper unhooked here. Thank you everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like I said, we're starting to get into the spring and stuff now, so we should have more videos of doing field work, stuff like that, plowing, tillage, seeding, haying, and all that coming into summer. So if that's something you're looking forward to more, hope you like that. And please subscribe and hit the like button there, and God bless everyone, and have a great day.